Painted all of the boot and all of the floors throughout the car just with black rust guard, just to try and prevent any future rust anywhere, and seal the body. Basically it's all done from the underneath as well, so it's basically just future proofing the vehicle. Although I do plan on actually getting this car sandblasted in and out to rectify any issues. It'll sort them out for now anyway. We've got all the front suspension in, brakes, everything's hooked up, bled, shocks are all back in, everything's connected, hooked up, and sorted, both sides. So, back's also bled as well, so ready to put some wheels on it and let it down and hook into the engine, try and get this thing to fire up.
So what we got here is a set of 3-inch lowering blocks for the VE Sedan. Let's fucking crack it open and have a look. Big juicy blocks. All the corresponding U-bolts. Let's whack these in.
So you would have seen where Sam showed you blocks. We're throwing them in here. I just do have a 1-inch block in here at the moment, which are the ones out of the wagon. I just threw it all together with the parts out of the wagon because I didn't have anything else to put in this. So we've just unboxed them here. 3-inch blocks, new U-bolts. These do fit the plates, which is good. The reason I've got it that way is because all the original ones wouldn't work and they weren't long enough, and the other U-bolts wouldn't work with these plates, they're too big and so forth. So we'll pop it apart, throw these in finally for good. Then rear end should be sorted. Once the rear end's sorted, we're gonna wind the front, set the right, basically make it level, set the right height. We'll do a wheel alignment, get that stuff sorted. I have got, so we're following up here, this car has a Hurst quarter stick shift in it. This is still all the original selector for the auto. I can't make it work. The old gearbox that was in this car, the 904, when I sold it with a bracket on it, I sold it with a piece on the actual selector. So I had to buy a whole new fitting kit for the Hurst gear stick. So I can put all that back on and put it back together and make all of the gear stick work soon. It's going to be about another week and a half before it lands, so I can't really do too much with the car until then. I just have to manually select the gears, so I can move it in and out of the workshop, so I can work on it, get it sorted. But I'm probably another 2 weeks out at least until I get my front seat back for the VG, so I can actually put the VG seats in this, so I can actually try and drive it. So we're a bit of time. There's a bit of time. I'm just going to tinker on it in between, but we'll get these blocks in, get the wheel on it done, get it set, and just piece on through with it. This will probably be one of the last videos you guys see on this car until we get those other parts. There'll be a couple other videos in between, but we're ready to basically fire this thing up, do first start up with it. I've basically bolted everything together with it. I've had to rewire a whole heap of stuff. Rat actually got in and chewed all the wiring that went in the engine bay for the the oil pressure gauge, the water temp gauge, the starter wire, the alternator wires, all of that. So I've had to rewire all that, which has taken a fair bit of time. I've been through, cleaned all the floors as you would have seen, painted all of them, pulled the carpet back through. So I've just been basically getting through all of that stuff and just getting that sorted while I've been waiting on other bits. So once we finish putting these blocks in, we'll have a play and see if we can get this thing to actually fire up for the first time and run the cam in and just run through with it and try see what it idles like.
Retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact.
So blocks are all in, put all back together, wheels back on, shocks back on, got the original plates. The other plates with all the Caltrax are all back over there. We're going to put them back on the VG, as it's the one that's going to have Caltrax, has Caltrax. I don't want to put them on this yet anyway, try and avoid it where possible. They do hang quite low and get caught on stuff and whatever, so all back together, and hopefully in the very near future we're going to fire this thing up. So I'm just going to let this down and we'll have a look at what it sits like now in the rear. Now the rear tyre actually sits where it should be, as before it was quite tall. So it'll be very interesting to see what it's like unweighted or weighted as such.
The suspense.
Sorry, I can't make it go any quicker.
The autofocus has killed it.
Just fell on the ground.
Yeah, that's the right height.
Alright, so we're at the point where I've actually done a test fire on this after I went through all the wiring and it kind of sputtered and stuff, so I've set timing where I think it should be. So I really hope it's going to be as it's supposed to be and actually run. As you can see, it's all there. Now, we'll see how we go, but I'm going to hit it. diamond light and throw on it and see if we can see if it looks good.
It's all the same,